Greetings, vintage gamers. We have heard news about Eternal Weekend from Wotc. There will be Eternal Weekend this year, and it will be in paper, except for one exception, and we'll get to that. Wotc's reached out to their tournament organizers in North America, Europe, and Asia, and two of those three will have paper Eternal Weekend events this year. And one will be moved to online. So let's go down here and we'll take a look at what's going on. There are some differences this year, and some interesting new additions. So there will be a Legacy and a Vintage Championship in each of the three regions. In addition to the painting, the one-of-a-kind painting that is in a card frame for each championship, top 8 competitors of all 3 championships will be getting special cards. From what we can tell, these are 1 out of 24 unique. There are only 24 printings of this card, is what we would assume, which means it'll probably be an extremely high value card, judging off of other cards that have had that unique low product count. Those are maybe thousands of dollars. We'll have to see. They are very beautiful cards. The Legacy Championships, there'll be 24 Ponders for the 3 top 8s. And for Vintage Championships, there'll be 24 Gushes. I actually really like the art on both of these cards. They look gorgeous. That is the new edition, which I think is a really awesome edition. It's something that should probably be replicated in more Magic tournaments. Having special printings of cards is extremely collectible. It's a low cost, high value way of increasing a prize pool. Which is really, really sweet. So, big win for the Ponder and the Gush parts. Now, here's where we get into the meat and potatoes of the action here. Asian Eternal Weekend is going to be hosted by Big Magic in Japan. I've been looking at the location. It is near Nagoya, which seems to be pretty easy to get to, whether you want to train or fly in from the Tokyo International Airports. It seems pretty reasonable to get to. Basically, there's like a little island that has an airport and hotels and a convention center on it. So what we have is the Legacy painting, which is going to be Gaia's Cradle. The Vintage painting is going to be Bazaar of Baghdad. And the weekend is actually going to be the last weekend of November. This is something interesting to point out because this is not the same weekend as the other Eternal Weekend events, and I don't know if this was intentional. I saw on Twitter that the TO for Big Magic had said they were trying to do other venues and other weekends, but they were not able to secure a venue in a different weekend or a different venue. So this is going to be the second weekend, or the last weekend of November. Immediately following this, on the next weekend, is Four Seasons in Italy. And then the weekend after that, the second weekend of December, we will have North American Eternal Weekend in paper in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Note here that it says December 9th through 11th. So we may be expecting a Friday main event for some format, I would assume. I'm not 100% sure because the Eternal Weekend website, that Card Titan, who is the host of North American Eternal Weekend, put out said December 8th through 11th. So we would maybe assume some kind of prelims or qualifiers on the Thursday and then a main event on Friday. I'm not really sure. That information hasn't been put out yet. That's information that's really necessary, whether people need to book for a hotel room for Friday night, for Thursday night. This is information that needs to come out as soon as possible. These announcements are already super late. We're 1 month away from the Asian Eternal Weekend event, and we are a month and 2 weekends away from the North American Eternal Weekend event. That's going to prohibit so many people from playing in these events. Let's just finish with the details here, and then I'll go put my thoughts at the end of this video. Scrubland as the North American Legacy card, and Time Walk, beautiful Time Walk, as the Vintage Championship card. Now, you'll now notice that there is no European Eternal Weekend, and that is because due to scheduling changes, the Eternal Weekend slated to take place in Europe was moved to a digital event. So, Eternal Weekend for EU, but I mean for anyone who wants to play in it, is going to be held on Magic Online that same weekend as North American Eternal Weekend. And it will be take place virtually at let's see, they will be Saturday at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central European. I assume 10 a.m. right? 10 a.m. Central European, 4, yeah. And they will be on the Saturday and the Sunday. So a good time, I would say, probably for European players, which makes sense. It's supposed to replace their Eternal Weekend. Big note is that this will not be an all-access event. That's a change. But the entry fee has been reduced to 20 tickets or 200 play points, which is a huge change. It used to be you have to, I think it was $25, but you couldn't use play points or event tickets. You had to purchase the all-access pass. So 200 play points is something that a lot of players who play on Magic Online typically will already have. Very, very interesting. Legacy is getting a Tabernacle, and Vintage has this nice ancestral recall. So really a bunch of awesome paintings this year. There are obviously additional prizes for all of these events that go down to 64th place. On here, you can find the Magic Online prizes. They looked pretty good. They were a bunch of play points, a bunch of treasure chests, foil sets of the Brothers War. You are, of course, getting your promo card and artwork prizes in the top 8, and those will be shipped out to the people who play on Magic Online and win. Interesting there. So, what are my thoughts on this one? It's too late. You need to announce these events with more lead time. And I know it's hard to host events. I know there's tons of things that go into securing an arena or a venue. But the problem for players who are going to play Legacy and Vintage events is not money. It's time. And people need to be able to take time off of work. People need to be able to book vacations. They need to be able to, book flights early. I've already seen so many people on Twitter who are saying, I would love to play this event, but I already have plans for this weekend. I don't have any vacation time left. I can't go to this event because of time. And that's my number one complaint is that a month and a half or less of lead up time to prepare for this event in terms of getting to the place, booking time off of work, it's just ridiculous. And they in the future they need to do better in planning these events and putting out the dates earlier. That being said, I'm super happy that I get to play in Paper Eternal Weekend. That's something that I really enjoy. Something I'm not happy about is there's a paper event happening the same time as the online event, which means I am in a bit of a unique position where I have to choose whether to play paper or stream. Now, that's pretty much a no-brainer for anyone who can go to an event, but for me, like streaming it's a really big deal. It might be a better value for me to stream the online event than to play paper. So I don't think I will do that. I do think, I bought Power for a reason. I want to go play paper events. Another thing I'm super disappointed in is I really wanted to play in the Asian Eternal Weekend event. I was super excited to book a trip to Japan and play in that event. I really want to do that. However, I just don't know if I'll be able to do such a thing with how much time they've given me. I have to book a flight that'll be in a month. And the weekend after it, I'm already flying to Italy to play in Four Seasons. I don't want to go to Japan just for a weekend. I want to, make it a week, a 2-week vacation, go see all the awesome things that are happening over there. So I think overall, what's going to happen for me is I won't be able to fly to Eternal Weekend in Asia. I will go to the Four Seasons, and I will probably not stream the Magic Online run. I will play in the North American one in paper in Philadelphia. That's my plan. I don't know what everyone else is planning to do, but yeah, that's already gone a little bit too long. I just wanted to make this video mostly to just raise awareness of this is happening. This just got tweeted today. There will be tons of people who don't know that this is happening, and I hope we can get as many people there as we can. it's rough because I don't want them to see a low attendance and go, oh, we don't want to hold Eternal Weekends anymore because of this, low attendance. But also, it's going to be a lower attendance than normal when you release the date this late. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Just gonna be an extra video during the week. Still, we'll have normal vintage videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I will see you for those.